Hello, welcome to Creations by Claire. In this video, I will show you how I upcycled my decrepit beat-up craft turntable by painting and applying reverse font transfer using Mod Podge. So let's get started. First, I sanded and then wiped off the dust. I painted the turntable, giving it 2 coats of chalk paint, the color Plaster by Waverly. After I let it dry, it's ready to apply the transfer. I created the font and the flowers an iPad app called Procreate, and I printed on regular printer paper on my laser printer. Once I have it printed, I'm cutting out the words and the flowers so that I can clearly see how I want to lay this out before I Mod Podge on the turntable. I will be showing you some quick steps on how to use Procreate and just to make the flowers. If you would like to see more of these steps, give me a comment below and let me know if you're interested so I can create some additional video. This is the iPad app Procreate. First, you click on the plus, select paper, and then select the top wrench icon, and it'll give you a drop down. Select drawing guide, and select edit drawing guide. And you see the graphing lines. Select symmetry, and you'll see that line in the middle, in the center. Select done, and then just check my color. I want it black. You can pick almost every color under the rainbow. Paintbrush for drawing, and I have favorite paintbrushes, so I'm using Script here, and I'm using just a regular pen that has that's good to use for drawing on the iPad, since I don't have an official Apple Pencil. Right there, I click on the undo. I didn't like this, the way it came out. And I just gently push on the iPad to draw. The great thing about this is you can undo as many as you want. And draw the little waves for the vines. And this is a little sloppy. I would have taken my time doing it for an official video, but I just wanted to quickly show you how easy it can be drawn on this Procreate app. Create your own. Click on the wrench again, and from here you can share it, which means you can download it to your drive or send an email. But here I'm going to select what type of file I'm going to save it as, the JPEG, or you can print to your laser printer at this point. I printed these flowers on regular printer paper using my laser printer, and I do like the boldness of the lines on the flowers. And here I'm cutting it out, trying to use as less paper as possible. Also, it helps to put less. It helps putting just a less Mod Podge on the paper. And I'm trying to decide which flower to use. The big one's too big. I decided on the smaller one. Now ready to apply the printed flowers and font to the wood with the Mod Podge. I'm using Luster, and I believe you can use any kind of Mod Podge luster or semi-gloss or matte that's available to this. And turn the paper upside down so it can stick. Apply it to the area you want it to adhere to. And like I said, just a light coat of the Mod Podge. I'm dipping it very lightly into the Mod Podge and just spreading it. Make sure it gets on all the letters. And I press it down very well. Rub it in with my fingers. And now just wait. I let it wait and sit 24 hours before I start removing with a wet towel, paper towel, moistened paper towel. So now the next day, or at least 24 hours, I'm ready to rub off this transfer. I take a paper towel and moisten it, and I'm moistening just the lower part of the transfer for right now. In hindsight, I probably should be using a little rag, because I think the paper towel is falling apart as I'm continually using it to move upward to remove transfer. So it's going to take a little while. Have patience. Using your thumb, just gently rub off the paper. And sometimes you will get a little bit of the ink rubbed off. It doesn't happen much, but you can always reapply it using a marker, like a Poshmark or a Sharpie, to the color of the transfer. And just rub it off gently, keep on. And I'll show you, try not to bore you and try not to show you all the steps of rubbing it off. Here I did a oopsie. I overlaid two transfers on top of each other, this flower and this vine, and it did not adhere correctly. Some of the font came off. So I'm going to redo that bottom portion. I'm going to scrape it off and repaint it and apply the the uh, the flower, the same one as the top, but the little bigger one that I had actually had it extra from the original that I had printed. So here I'm applying it. I've already painted it, let it dry, and applying the Mod Podge. Just trying to get it on the vine and the leaves and the flower. I apply it, and I'm going to wait overnight or at least 24 hours to rub it off. And here we are, at least 24 hours later. I moistened the new transfer and rubbing it off with my thumb. And this time I really like this. It does look more cohesive. It matches the top part, just a larger flower and vine. And on the corner leaf on the right hand side, the font did not get transferred, or I rubbed it off. And I will use a Posca pen to fill in the piece. And one thing I did not do correctly is that I didn't let it dry, the marker. I didn't let it dry enough time, and I applied the top coat Polycrylic, and it kind of smeared it. And so I'll be fixing it with a little coat of some more chalk paint to correct that, and then draw it back in with my Posca. Now I've corrected all my smears of markers, and now I'm ready to apply the top coat. And this is a Polycrylic. It's a water-based, and I will be applying 3 coats, and I'm going to let it dry overnight after each coat. I want it to make sure it gets sealed very well, since this turntable is going to be continued. I'll still use it for crafts, and it's going to take quite a beating as time goes on. I'm very pleased with the way it came out after all the little hiccups I had along the way, but it's a learning, but I really like the way it came out. It's really nice, and you'll be seeing it as I'm doing my crafts along the way. I hope you like it also, and you're inspired to upcycle any of your tools that you use for your crafting. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.